Feeling leading up to the fight, how's your weight cut going?
I feel amazing, man. The weight cut's actually going great. You know, I probably got 6 pounds to cut right now, and I'm watered up, so I'm easy weight cut for me. I'm excited for this matchup, man. I think everybody is too. It's one of the matchups that it's like a dream matchup. Both of us strikers, dynamic, flashy. It's gonna be a war.
Yeah, definitely. So, winning 5 in a row and then losing 2 in a row after that. What are some of the changes mentally that you've been going through?
First loss was really tough. You know, RDA, I was hit in the face. I had stitches. You know, it was like a whole new feeling for me. Last fight felt like the Guida fight where I just got held down and just grinded out. So I'm familiar with that, but not 2 in a row. So the thing that killed me was the injury, man. You know, I lost RDA. I went right back at it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get better. I'm going to focus on. And then I have elbow surgery out for 8 months. And, you know, out for 8 months means I couldn't train for 6. Went 2 months for a training camp, fought supposed to be the #1 guy, now the #1 guy in the world, and you know he held me down, did his thing. I can't take it away. It sucks the way I lost. At the same time, you know I can bounce back from this. I'm not going to think about it as like a 3-fight losing streak possibly. It's just me having to climb harder, dig harder, and get out of this hole.
What changes specifically, if any, leading up to this fight have you made in training camp?
I wasn't planning on making big changes, but I did go train with Cowboy Cerrone and Gray Jackson's camp. That was huge. You know, being able to just go down there and get that experience where I'm sparring and every round's tough. There's no breaks. I don't know what these guys are going to do. It felt like a fight. You know, is my stuff going to work against their stuff? It was like a mental uncomfortableness that I needed to feel every round, every guy, every position, from jiu-jitsu to wrestling, and that just gave me confidence, man. Knowing where my skills really are. You know, sparring with these guys are doing well in the UFC, and I beat some of them before. It's just time change, and I just felt good, man. I just felt like my skill set was very well. Like it works. That's what I realized.
Now, is that something that you're going to be doing again in the future, going back to Jackson's?
Definitely. I'm going there for every camp, even out of camp. I think it just gets me away from the everyday life of Milwaukee, man. I live in Milwaukee. I own 4 businesses. I have a daughter. A lot of stuff comes along with that. Plus, on top of that training, sometimes I'm training, but my mind's on other shit. So I got to reset and just get back to, you know, nothing to worry about. Train, sleep, eat. Train, sleep, eat.
Yeah. You mentioned like all the businesses and everything like that. Was that something a distraction over the past couple of fights for you?
Wasn't, but in Milwaukee it definitely is. I mean, if you're in Milwaukee, your hometown, something goes wrong, it's your business. You want to go stop and make sure it's done right. I had them for a long time, so I had them before the belt. So I can't say it's a distraction. It just feels good to not even think about it and go train at a whole different place where literally all I did was hotel room, train, sleep, do it again every day.
Now, obviously, the world's buzzing about what Conor McGregor said over the past couple of days. What's your take on that and the whole media obligation thing from the UFC?
Yeah, I don't really look at the media when I'm in fight week. There's too many opinions thrown around. There's too much stuff that can mentally change you. So I'm not sure what his reasoning is. I'm not sure why this is going on or if he's really retiring. But from what I heard, it was like a media tour that he had to go on. He didn't want to do it. I get it. You know, coming off a loss, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do any of the media. You don't want to take away time from training camps. So the fact that he wants to train, man, I mean, they got to come together and figure that out. How can we let this guy train? Because if he loses 2 in a row, I mean, that's buzz is gone. You know, that's not good, and especially against Nate Diaz. Now Nate Diaz is going to be the man, so it makes sense for him to want to train. If it was something else, then they could have a say on it. But if the dude wants to train, let the guy train.
Now, your opponent's sitting just a few feet away from you over there. When you look over there, what do you see?
I see a Brazilian. That's strong, man. Guys, I've seen him before. I've seen him fight a million times. I was watching him, you know, come up and where he's at. Dude's got some skills, but I don't think he has a chin. I think he gets tested a lot in all his fights. He's definitely tough. He comes back in some he gets finished, but pressure is going to be the key for this fight. I got to put the pressure on, and I can't let up. It has to be a constant pressure, constant movement, and you know, just keep him guessing.
Will this be the best version of Anthony Pettis that we will see on April 23rd?
I'm hoping so. I feel amazing. I did all the work. I put all the preparation in. It's crazy because the only thing that matters is them 15 minutes. So I could have the best camp of my life. I could have been in the best shape of my life. But for them 15 minutes, if I look like crap, then that's the label I get for the next whatever the next fight is. So I'm hoping I go out there and no pressure. I'm gonna go out there and just have fun. Put my hands on him, touch his face, and make sure he drops.
Thank you for the time, Anthony.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.